First Covenant Foundation is proud to present the Rainbow Covenant with Dr. Michael Dallen. We'll explore the Noahide movement and its connection to Israel and the Jewish people. For information, online, rainbowcovenant.org, firstcovenant.com, or call 1-313-891-1920.
Hi, Michael. How are you?
Hi, Zelda. Sounds like you had a great trip.
Well, we're just sort of leaving in the next, everybody's waiting for me. The bus is ready to go, but they're waiting for me to finish my show. But I have to tell you, I'm really disappointed that I didn't tell you more about this and that you didn't join us, because this is the most incredible, time in the last 3 days that I've seen the show of support for Israel. What do you think of it?
I think it's great. I'd like to see more. And you know what I would like? I would like the people of Israel, the Jewish people, to know what we have and know who we are. You've heard from Reverend Jack Saunders, my partner, one of my partners, along with Rabbi Michael Katz, tell you, from a Gentile's perspective, what this system is that we have here. I mean, at the root of Judaism, there is this beautiful system, 7 simple principles that could make the world an earthly garden. I mean, there is a plan here that is far more beautiful than almost anybody knows. We've laid it out in our last newsletter and in Rainbow Covenant, the book. And it is much more sophisticated than people know. You start with the 7 principles that are the root of Judaism. All the rational laws, they bring out all the rational laws of Judaism, and you find out that this is a radical conservative system. We build on the laws that the nations already have. Each nation becomes a sovereign nation as they are. The human race has come an awfully long way, and we're realizing these laws, and we're coming into this. It's time now to come into it consciously and to understand the system and accept these principles of justice and decency that are at the root of Torah and everything that the Jewish people stand for. And do it knowingly, and to turn this world into an earthly garden. I mean, the Jewish people are a radical force in the world for decency and justice, and we're not that aware of it. Our parents tell us, if only the people of the world just knew how good we are as a force for justice in history and in the world. But we have a program, and people don't know about it. I've seen anti-Semites try to turn these 7 principles into the most vile, awful things, schemes for Jewish world domination and awful stuff. And while it's true that there are people who really radically misunderstand the 7 laws, and that's on our side. Some rabbis who don't get it, who think that the system is created for them to make a living. It's nothing like that. This is for the nations to learn something that is for them. It's the inheritance of all mankind, and it's just transformative. I mean, here is this radical program: remake the world. Make it over in justice and decency based on the laws that we already have that aspire to justice and decency. To just do it a little more knowledgeably, to accept these laws against murder and against theft and find out what they really involve and what they really mean. And there's a whole program here, not just...
Well, I think, the one thing that was upsetting to me was that there were some Jews for Jesus here at the I don't know if they were
anything.
but they were outside, with with placards. And the thing to me is let people be what they need to be. What you want to be is what you should be, and a Jew is a Jew is a Jew, and trying to convert them, to me, is the wrong
they
approach.
do it so ignorantly. They don't know what there is here. There should be Jews out there campaigning for people, other people, to come to these laws. You know, other people don't have to leave their religions, but these Jews for Jesus don't. If they are Jews, and I think mostly they're not, Zelda. I think mostly they're people with maybe at most a Jewish uncle or a Jewish father, but not a Jewish mother, who don't know what the Torah has. They just don't have any idea of its goodness or its richness. They listen to the lies about Torah, which are unbelievable. When you get in, you know, we're in the system. We're soldiers for the system, and when you get into it, you find out lies. Even by those great friends of Israel, they just make your flesh crawl. That it's cruel, that it's domineering, that it's primitive, and the things.
So what basically? What is a Jew? What is a Noahide?
What is a Jew is a radical force for goodness in this world. Each Jew, the Jewish people, in total, you know, but also individuals, fallible individuals who can be individually wrong and right and good and evil. But overall, it is this tremendous force, world historical force for goodness, a revolutionary force in the world. A Jew is someone who individually incarnates and encapsulates the radical forces let loose at Sinai, and that are forces that are absolutely necessary to keep the world going, to keep it from becoming a stagnant, oppressive, North Korean-style gulag prison. And for these people to try to subvert Jews is to try to subvert this ancient divine plan to make humanity more refined, more civilized, ultimately more human.
Do you think these people are maybe just lost souls who are looking at any cost to find something to believe in?
Their psychology is so strange. They're converts, and converts are often very confused people. But I think that the main problem is they don't know what they're fighting against. They're fighting against Judaism. They believe that Christianity requires them to try to convert Jewish souls, and there is an element in Christianity that always will do that. It's written in the Christian scriptures. Try to convert the Jews, and they don't know what they're trying to convert the Jews from. If Christians knew more about these 7 laws, they would want to keep them, they would want to study them, and they would want the Jews to stay Jewish. And these are people who are inferior Christians because they don't know this. And they think they're doing God's will. Everyone seeks to be, you know, aligned with the ultimate. They think they're doing it, and they're subverting it.
Well, I know that the Christians United for Israel do not want to do that. They love and want to support.
They're good people. They're good people.
They're wonderful people. I don't know what we would do without them. But I would very much love to have you speak with Dr. Charles McVitie and set up some time when you can come into Toronto and sort of convey your message. I know they would be just thrilled to have you, Michael. Why don't we work on that?
I'd love to. And I understand Toronto is rather a nice town.
Yeah, thanks for telling us that. Well, I look forward to talking to you in a couple of weeks, and we'll have much more to talk about. But the First Covenant Foundation, the Rainbow Covenant, the book that you wrote, this brilliant book, and your newsletter that's available for all to see.
Yeah, it's free.
It's free. Wow, we love that.
Okay.
We love that. Okay,
all right.
So that basically all of that is available for people.
You're doing good work.
Thank you, Michael. We'll talk to you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you.
Take care.
Shalom.
The Rainbow Covenant with Dr. Michael Dallen has been made possible by First Covenant Foundation. Online, rainbowcovenant.org, firstcovenant.com, or call 1-313-891-1920.